are going to have some fun. I have type 2 diabetes, and I had about 15 fun-sized Snickers bars upstairs, so I got about 20 minutes of life left before I keel over and die. Nothing fun about that. I do have that. I do have. This is a smart room. Northwestern's right there. There's a museum across the street. I prefer to perform in the same parking lot as the Chili's. That's kind of my vibe. This is a room of learned people. I can tell. You guys got great posture. I can tell. You guys are smart. And diabetes, you guys don't want to hear about that. Diabetes is a stupid people disease. Smart people don't have diabetes. Smart people get smart diseases, like polio. FDR had polio. He crumbled under the weight of trying to save America. He didn't get Ooh, I had too many cookies. No one takes you seriously. I have a smart disease. What's the one Julius Caesar had? Epilepsy. You think too hard, so you start convulsing. Yeah, I don't have that. I talk about it a lot. I gotta stop. It just happened. I just found out. So it's fresh. So I keep talking about it because I think it's funny. But I just found out, like maybe 2 months ago. I didn't know. Everybody else knew. I had no idea. I was the last to find out. And when I tell people, if you're fat and you tell people you have diabetes, no one's surprised. No one's like, oh my God, you have? Of course you do. You're huge. Look at you. You're eating a donut right now. Of course you have diabetes. What do you mean you got it? Did you lose it and get it back? I don't understand what you're telling me. I fainted. That's how I found out. I fainted, and I woke up in a hospital room with 5 of the meanest doctors in the Chicagoland area. They were so mean. I got bullies. One of them said I got thick blood. He was like, you got thick, sugary blood. He said that in a hospital room. You got thick, sugary blood. He compared it to Yoo-hoo. He was like, your blood's like Yoo-hoo. When he first said that, I thought it was a compliment. I high-fived the doctor. I was like, fuck yeah, I got thick blood. You mean like those sexy Latinas they got out in the streets? Yeah, I got thick blood with 2 C's. My blood wears Cookie Monster pajama bottoms in public. There's a fan of thick Latinas in the room. He really connected with that joke. He's dated a girl with a Nightmare Before Christmas tattoo. He knows. A white doctor told me, a Middle Eastern man, I can't have any more rice. I was like, get me a new doctor. This is colonialism somehow. I don't trust this. You're up to something. Go get me a white. They found a brown doctor. Not hard to find one. They went in the hallway. They were like, get in here. Break some news to him. He was like, Habibi, you can't have any more rice. Fuck! All right. I had to hear it from you. When they tell you have diabetes, you think of every meal that could have done it. You become very suspicious of everything you've eaten recently. As if that's how it happened. It's a stupid people disease. I mentioned you're just sitting there like, what Crunchwrap Supreme did this? Which one was one too many Crunchwrap Supreme? If I got a regular Crunchwrap, would it have been different? Who knows? We'll never know. I have it now. I use it to get out of everything. No one knows anything about it because, I don't know why. No one cares to know. I tell people I have it. They're always offering me an orange. I don't want an orange. I don't have that kind. Because that's type 1. That's the trust fund kind. You don't earn that. You just have it from your parents. I don't have that. I earned mine. I built mine, brick by brick, Pop-Tart by Pop-Tart. I built that from the ground up. I built that diabetes without nature's help. Nature was trying to get in the way. It was like, stop, what are you doing? I was like, no. famous people have cool diseases. No one important has diabetes. You know who has diabetes? Mayor McCheese. That's who has diabetes. Grimace has diabetes. Captain Crunch. Some kind of sugary dessert ship captain. That's who's got it. Not Julius Caesar. I lost some weight. They told me to lose weight. They were very clear about that. They were like, lose the weight. You're gonna die. So I did. I was never motivated in my life to lose weight. Because if you're fat and you're good looking like I am, you got no reason to lose the weight. Women like this. Some women, very specific women like this. You hear those two woos? They parked a van somewhere outside. They've watched too much Aladdin growing up. They possibly have a fat dad. It's a very specific group of people. So I lost the weight. I went to a doctor. I got a new doctor. He's fatter than I am. I didn't even think he was a real doctor. I was so mad when I saw him. I thought he was another patient. I was like, get in here, sit down. We got the same problems, hang out. What's with the clipboard? Are those menus? Are we getting lunch? What's up? What's the plan? No, he was a doctor. He took out a chart. He was like, you have high blood pressure. It's like, motherfucker, we have high blood pressure. What are you talking about? We need to leave here and go to a real doctor. We are in mortal danger. We're gonna die, dude. I'm calling us an Uber XL. We gotta go immediately. We need to leave here. Call both of our insurance companies. He was like, I'm board certified. I was like, a fucking charcuterie board. Shut up. That's all you're certified for. I'm no doctor. Get out of my face. I lost the weight. I like Wisconsin. This is fun. I'm from Chicago. I was born in Iran. I don't know if there's any here. No. All right. Easy. You gotta dig for the other races. Persians, we're very vocal. We're very annoying. We'll let you know we're like the Dutch, you gotta look for them. They'll blend in. But Persians, okay, all right. You're Dutch? Puh, get out of here. Everybody hates the Dutch. Not a fan. I apologize. Are you Dutch? No. All right, good. Good. I'm not from this country. I'll hit a woman. Let's be careful. You just came back. That's what you came back to? I'm Persian. I was born in Iran. I moved to America when I was 8 years old. I grew up around hillbillies. Man, I love hillbillies. They're so much fun. I spent some of my best years with hillbillies. They're a good time. They're fun. They got a bad reputation. You go to a hillbilly's house, you get drunk, you shoot off a gun. That's a fun activity. That's an activity liberals can't offer you. You go to their house, you drink kombucha and play Settlers of Catan. That shit sucks. It's 6 hours long. I wish I had a gun to shoot you with. I hate this game. You got a colonialism simulator in your living room and a coexist bumper sticker in your Subaru. I hate you. I wish I was with a hillbilly. I wish I was with someone racist. That's what I wish. That's how not fun you are. They're fun, man. I wish there were. Are there any hillbillies in here? I would imagine not. Hey, all right. You better be telling the truth. You better be honest about that. You can't fake it. It's easy to tell when you're faking it. I embrace hillbilly culture. I like that shit. I do. I'm a big country guy. I'm not the modern stupid shit they're making. I like outlaw country. Yeah. You a fan? Yeah, hell yeah, brother. Oh yeah, you're a hillbilly for sure. Look at you. Mother of God. That's who I'm talking about, yeah. You strike me as a guy who looks like he's racist, but possibly isn't racist. I like that about you. That's my type. That's my people. That's who I would hang out with. At first glance, you're like, I don't know. And then you're like, yeah, this is great. I'm on the back of your Harley, grabbing onto your tits. We're having fun. Just clinging, holding on like it's keeping me in America. You understand what I'm telling you? We're brothers. Who do you like? Who's your outlaw country guy? Merle Haggard's great. Fight inside of me, man. Hell yeah. I like, I'm Hank Williams Jr., David Allan Coe. Here's the problem with outlaw country. I play it, my friends listen, and they're like, what is this song? It's beautiful. And I'm like, oh, it's Never Call Me By My Name by David Allan Coe. Also, do not Google him. Whatever you do, do not Google that man. It's like showing people R. Kelly. It's very depressing. You got to be like, just don't Google him. Enjoy the music. Why are we asking a hillbilly what his opinions on Obama are? What are we doing? What did we expect to happen? If you see a guy wearing overalls and no shoes, don't ask him what he thinks about gay marriage. Unless he's got another man with overalls and no shoes right next to him, and they're kissing. Even then, be careful. He might still not be fully on board. He might be like, my heart's not in it. Buddy, what are you talking about? No, it's, Other musicians, though, I feel very bad for outlaw. I gotta listen to it like under a blanket so God doesn't see. It's very... Beethoven doesn't have to deal with that. No one ever asked Beethoven what his opinions on Obama were. I think if you showed Beethoven like a Vietnamese guy, he would faint. I don't think he was equipped to handle that question. The fuck is he? What is that? I've only been in Austria. I've never been outside of Austria. Don't show me that. That's scary to me. I love hillbillies. I'm not Muslim. People think I'm Muslim. I'm not. People hate that. People really don't like it when you're not the religion they think you should be. That really pisses people off. And I'm Catholic. People really hate that. That really, if the first thing they can get you, that second thing will. You're going to get real mad about it. And I was born in a Muslim country. If you're born in a Muslim country, you're immediately Muslim. They don't give you a choice. They're like, welcome, here's a rug, get to work. Figure it out. Open a kiosk in a mall, do whatever you got to do. Find a white woman, impress her with your silks and your spices, your wares. I don't know. Just figure it out. I changed. I switched. People don't like that. People don't like to meet a complication, right? People are busy. Like you meet a Chinese guy who's Jewish, you're like, great, I got to cancel my Uber. I got to figure this out. Everything is grinded to a halt until I can solve this mystery. Where are you from? You're Chinese. Just yelling at a Chinese guy. You're Chinese. Explain this to me. I converted. People don't know you can do that. You can do that. You can do that. People don't know. People think there's a whole, no, you can do it. We can all do it. We'll do it right now. You look to the heavens and you're like, hey, I'm going to try something else. I'll be back. I don't think there's anything better out there. But you can do that. I become Amish every time my phone dies. Changed my whole lifestyle up. 'Tis a hard life, brethren. Start talking like that. Me name's Ishmael. I think that's a pirate. That's not Amish. I don't know much about. He turned into a pirate by the end of that impression. Amish people are great. They got Rumspringa. I respect what they do because they give you that option. They're like, hey, there's we commit pretty hard to what we do. So take a break, go to, hang out, figure it out. I've met Amish people on Rumspringa. I've done show. Amish people are great, man. You know what they don't like? When you call them farm Jews. They don't like that very much. It's not accurate. It looks accurate. I didn't know. I was like, this makes sense. No, it's not. They get mad. No, you guys got madder than, I've done that joke to a room full of Amish people. They loved it. They built me a barn, and we had a good time. We hung out, put it up in 15 minutes. Very industrious folk, these farm Jews. I respect that. I respect Rumspringa. Give people a choice. Go to Vegas. Actually, if you're Amish, don't go to Vegas. You're going to be overwhelmed immediately. Start small. Go to the Wisconsin Dells. You can do whatever you want. Do cocaine in a water park bathroom like an adult. And then figure it out. Actually, you do cocaine in the Wisconsin Dells water park parking lot or in the bathroom. You're going to be like, yeah, I'm going back to God. I don't need this. All these fat toddlers. I'm high on cocaine. I converted. I'll tell you how it happened. I started smoking weed. That's all that happened. Because I was going to Catholic school. My whole life in America, I went to Catholic school, and I would smoke weed in the parking lot, in Jesus' parking lot, in the Lord's own, where he would park. That's where I would smoke. And then I would go back to class after I got all high. And then they made everyone go to Mass, even me. And technically on the books, I was Muslim. I was trying to prove it. I was like, I don't gotta go. I got the rug right here. Look. They gave it to me. I don't have to go. They were like, no, you gotta go. It's an insurance thing. Can't just leave you in a building. We can't just leave you in the building. No, you gotta come. We're not happy about it. We gotta Anne Frank you in there. We don't want Jesus seeing you. We gotta put you in the attic. We're gonna get a lot of trouble for this if anyone sees you. No, they put me in the back. They put me in the visitors section, the sinners area. I'd be high as shit just in the back of Mass, loving it. It's beautiful. You ever go to Catholic Mass high? They got a wizard back there. They're drinking blood. Yeah, sign me up. What kind of Lord of the Rings ass religion is this? It's beautiful. And I'm Persian. Catholic church looks like a Persian guy's house. I was like, yeah. All this gold and purple. Catholic church looks like a cheesecake factory in Tehran. That's what it looks like. I loved it. I loved every second of it. I don't know why they don't have better numbers. Well, I think we know why they don't have better numbers. Everyone was getting molested. I never got molested. They never even tried. They were like, well, technically he's Muslim. That's haram. We can't touch him. It's too spicy for us. I liked it. There's a lot of crazy shit in the Bible. I'm glad. And you could talk to the wizard. That priest is available. He made himself available. He had open office hours. Public school, you can't just walk into a public school teacher's office and start talking about ghosts. They'll send you to a mental hospital. Catholics love ghosts. That's 70% of the religion. It's beautiful. It's like watching Discovery Channel after 10 p.m. It's all ghosts, all the time. We put the history on pause at 10 p.m. It's all ghosts. I would talk to him about it. I loved it. A lot of crazy shit in the Bible. You know Jesus punched a guy? They told me. We had a class on that. We learned that in Catholic school. I was like, why are you telling me this? Why are you telling me? Why are you admitting to crimes? It's the Bible. That's crazy, because everyone else watched that go down and was like, hey, Jesus, you just hit a guy. Should we put that in the book that we're writing about you? He was like, fuck yeah, leave it in. Let him know Jesus ain't no bitch. That's crazy. It's a crazy thing to do. Can you imagine being the guy that got punched by Jesus? You're in the history books forever. You go home, your alopecia's cured, you're not even mad anymore. You don't know what to think. So much crazy. I'm glad there was a wizard I could talk to help me understand all this. It was all a lot. It was a lot. Like, what was Jesus' life like up until he did what he did? Was he just a normal dude going about his everyday life until an angel showed up and was like, hey, what's up? I'm friends with your dad. I got some bad news. You're going to want to sit down for this. That's a great chair. Did you make that chair? Listen. You're going to die a terrible death, but Mexicans are going to love you. They're going to sing songs. They're going to name their kids after you. You're going to be very popular. in a country you're not from. It's bananas. We're all talking about it. It's crazy. You're going to be on every candle in every grocery store south of the Mason-Dixon. It's going to be crazy. And he said yes. He agreed to that. He heard what was going to happen to him, and he was like, I will do it. My only question, what is a Mexican? I have no idea. Explain that to me. That's in the Bible. That's like Matthew chapter 6, verse 8. What's a Mexican? You guys drink here, right? Is it a drinking town, I assume? Look at this fucking table. Holy shit. What do you, oh my God, you guys are so young. Who's at the Sigma Kappa house if you guys are all here? Fuck, bro. Who's at the, I was a frat boy. You know I was a frat boy? Are you guys in a frat? How, you don't fucking lie to me, bro. Don't you, you're not? Explain yourself. Why are you here? Did you take your dad's boat? How are you here? Where'd you park that thing? I like you. Hello. No, I'm not talking to you. I'm done talking to you. I'm talking to your friend. All right. See these kids? You guys are much older than they are. The ravages of time between 5 tables. No, that's crazy. You guys are all smart. What am I doing making fun of you guys? You guys are probably studying. I went to Western Michigan University. That's a school for stupid people. Shut up, seriously? You're a Bronco? Oh, you went to grad school. Shut up, nerd. None of that. None of that. Took me 5 years to get a bachelor's. We're not talking to grad school people. What'd you get your degree in? Higher education. I was doing that too, yeah. With drugs. No. I like drugs. You ever do cocaine? You want to do some cocaine? You have done it? I don't know if I like that. I don't think the Colombians would, if we showed them a picture, they'd be like, that's who's doing it? Stop it. Turn off the presses. We're done. We're taking a break. We didn't know it was redheads doing it. We thought it was cool people. We didn't know they were doing it, going in the bathroom, inventing a probiotic company. We didn't know that's what they were doing. We thought they were doing it, and no. You want to go in the bathroom, do a bump, talk about our small business ideas, hang out? All right. I like you guys. You guys look like 2 ghosts haunting the comedy club. I like that. Front row's really getting it. I like drugs. You know it's illegal to give drugs to animals? I do it all the time. How is that illegal? Why can't I give your house cat cocaine? I'll give your house cat cocaine. Do not bring me to your house. Scientists give cocaine to rats. Why are we wasting good cocaine on an animal that looks like it's already on cocaine? Give me the cocaine, scientists. What do you want to know? Give me the clipboard. I'll do it off the clipboard. I don't care. Give it to a sloth. Now that's science. Now we're learning something about sloths and cocaine. First time I ever did it, I was drinking in a barn, because if you got hillbilly friends, you end up in a barn sometimes. I was with you. You look like a hillbilly poet. I'm very confused by you, sir. You look like Walt Whitman. You look like Walt Whitman at a Hooters. That's kind of the vibe I get from you. Sure. I do it a lot. It's fun, you know. I was at a barn. I'm drunk. I reach into my pockets. Hey, I got a little leftover cocaine. I take it out. I do a bump. I make eye contact with a pig from across the barn. He's curious. He wants to know what I'm up to. He approaches me. I give him a bump. He loves it. He goes. He gets 3 of his friends. They come back. We all do cocaine together. Just me and 4 pigs doing cocaine. You ever read Animal Farm? It's not an allegory for capitalism. That is about me giving 4 pigs cocaine and them learning to run a small business correctly. That is what that book's about. Probably the worst thing I ever did is I gave a horse LSD. I'm not proud of that one. That was bad. I'll tell you how it happened. If you buy really good acid, it will come on a sugar cube. I had a baggie of sugar cubes. I was eating one. I made eye contact with a horse. And I could tell the horse was like, hey, let me get one of those. So I approached the horse. I was petting the horse. I was talking to it. I fed him a sugar cube. I ate another one. It was a beautiful, whimsical moment. I never see horses, especially in downtown Chicago. There's never any horses. And it wasn't a loose horse. This was somebody's horse. It was the police officer's horse. He was on the horse. He was clocked in. He was very much at work. Watching the whole thing go down. Just staring at me. And he was bad at his job because he watched me approach his horse, give it a sugar cube, eat one myself, and the only thing this cop thought was, this fat kid is so fat. He's got a baggie of sugar cubes in his pocket. He has skipped snacks and gone to the ingredients of snacks. He's cut out the middleman. Surely he has diabetes. He's a genius. But he didn't do anything. I was waiting for him to arrest me, and he didn't. But I realized what I had just done. I was like, I just gave drugs to a cop on a cop. I gotta go. I left. I hid behind a tree. There was a tree nearby. You could see me go from the horse to the tree. I wasn't hiding very well. I peeked out, I got nervous. I was like, I just gave a horse LSD. What if this thing goes on a killing spree? Or follows Grateful Dead around all year. I don't know what horses do. I don't know what they do. I don't know if they're deadheads. So I went back, I checked on the situation, I left the tree, safety of the tree, and I looked, and everything was fine. The horse was fine, the cop was fine, everyone was fine. Of course it is. This animal is 1,800 pounds. There's no way one sugar cube even did anything, so I gave it 4 more. I was like, here's 4 more. You don't want a bum trip. Gave one to the cop, too. Does anyone in here know about Cedar Point? I feel really bad about the ghost comment. I do really, you guys are beautiful. I apologize. That's very, all right, okay. I threatened to hit her earlier. I don't know. Where you guys going? Beer pong? What's up? Where's he going? Where's he going? He was the only minority at the table. Now it's just 3 white guys. This table's way less cool now. Now it's a problematic table. Who wants to go sit? Anyone of color want to go sit at the table? Be nice to them. If I send some, don't look. You're raising your hand. Get over here. We need to fill the gap. Thank you. Thank you so much. When he comes back, we'll make him sit there. What's your name? You have a new boyfriend now. He's Asian. Good luck. Sorry. You guys have a new friend. He's already doing you guys wonders. You're so much cooler than they are. No, all right. You don't start, ma'am. All right. You look like you might have gotten offended at something I said, and you didn't. You're a good sport. Let me see if I can. You didn't. Even the farm juice thing. You were cool with that. That might have been the breaking point for you. I feel like you heard the roar of laughter, and you were like, not my time. Cedar Point's great. Who's been to Cedar Point? Best best amusement park in the world. I'm not legally allowed anywhere near Cedar Point. I'll tell you the story before I get out of here. When I was in college, I used to sell mushrooms because I'm Persian, I'm very mercantile, I'm a businessman. One year, me and my fraternity brothers, we got a job at Cedar Point, all right? And I was like, perfect. I'm gonna bring a bunch of mushrooms, I'm gonna sell them, I'm gonna make a bunch of money. Is he back? Hey, you got a new girlfriend. Pop a squat, buddy. Don't fucking touch her. All right, sorry. So I was like, I'll bring a bunch of mushrooms with me to Cedar Point. I'll sell them. I'll make a lot of money. I show up to Cedar Point. I realize all the other kids are dorks. They don't want my mushrooms. Not only do they not want them, they're going to call the police on me for having them. So I did what any businessman would do. I ate all the mushrooms, right? I ate about 1.5 ounces of mushrooms, which is way too many. And I did what any good, sensible person would do. I put on my uniform. I went to work immediately afterwards. I was like, what's up, Cedar Point? What are we doing? Am I grilling hot dogs? Am I sweeping the floor? They were like, no, you got to operate one of these rides. Not sure how I got promoted so fast, but I was like, fuck it, I'm down, let's do it. And the ride I got was Millennium Force, which is the best ride at Cedar Point. Tallest, fastest ride. I was in charge of it. It was very easy. It was 2 buttons. It was a green button and a red button. Green button starts the ride, red button ends the ride. Very simple stuff. Okay? Eventually, a group of people got on the ride, though, and I could tell they weren't having very much fun at Cedar Point. You know when you're on mushrooms, you can read someone's energy? I could just tell. So they got on the ride, and I felt bad. Everyone else is having fun. These people are miserable. So I did them a favor. When the ride ended, I never hit the red button. I just kept hitting the green button. So they went on the ride a couple times. Trying to cheer them up. They weren't cheered up. They got real mad. Everyone was mad. Cedar Point, the people, they yanked me out of the seat. They threw me in the back office as a Cedar Point. I knew I was in trouble. I knew I was about to get fired. And you know when you're high and you're like, fuck it, let's get a little higher? Because you know what I saw on the desk? I saw a little can of keyboard duster. And I love inhalants. I'm a big fan of whippets. Those are naturally occurring drugs that Jesus put on earth for us to enjoy. So I did a couple whiffs. Unfortunately, I didn't read the can correctly because it wasn't a keyboard duster, it was WD-40. Which doesn't get you high, just makes you look like you sucked off the Terminator and it tastes terrible. It's a terrible situation. As I'm doing that, at that very moment, Cedar Point upper management opens the door, they take one look at the situation, they call the police. There I am, sweaty, covered in oil, rummaging through someone's desk. Of course, call the cops. The Ohio State Police Department show up, they put me in handcuffs. These cops are good at their job. They weren't police horse. They knew what they were doing. They put me in handcuffs. They were like, tell us where the drugs are. We know you brought drugs into the park. So I told them the truth. I was like, officer, I did bring a lot of mushrooms with me to Cedar Point, but I ate them all. They're gone. And I said this. I go, case closed. Like a lawyer. Like Atticus Finch. Covered in oil. Case closed. I didn't think it was going to work. I was like, surely I'm going to jail. No, they took the cuffs right off me. They were like, he's got a point. Cedar Point was mad. They were like, what are you doing? He just admitted to bringing drugs into our park. And the police said the craziest thing I've ever heard. They were like, here in America, which is a weird thing for a cop to say, but they were like, here in America, we don't have jurisdiction in his tum-tum. You can be as high as you want, as long as you don't have any drugs on you. God bless America. I love this country so fucking much. All right, you guys are great. Thank you very much.